Good morning. I'm Bryan Corbett, President and CEO of MFA, and as Ron said, we are thrilled to partner with iConnections to produce this event. As many of you know, for years MFA hosted our event, and last year we decided to join forces with iConnections to create the world's largest event for alternative asset managers and the allocator community. MFA is the leading trade association for the alternatives industry. Our members are the largest and most well-known funds around the world that invest in public and private markets. We represent the industry before governments on a global basis. Every day we are thinking about how to promote the industry's ability to raise capital, invest it, and generate returns for your allocators. The past 4 years have been a challenging time for the industry. We all know that Chairman Gary Gensler at the SEC proposed an unprecedented number of rulemakings targeting the funds industry, and MFA led the fight in pushing back. We defeated nearly 80% of Gary Gensler's agenda. We won 2 major lawsuits that vacated the most problematic rules, and we have a 3rd lawsuit pending. We're not only active in the US, we have offices in the UK and the EU, and we're working in the UAE as well. So we continue to push a very aggressive regulatory agenda on behalf of the industry. As we look towards 2025, we are happy to turn the page on Chair Gensler and begin working with the Trump administration. And we are not waiting. Since Inauguration Day last week, we are already working with the new administration to focus on 3 main priorities for the industry. First, promote strong public and private capital markets. Let's cut the red tape that has been a regulatory overhang on this industry, driving inefficiencies and rising costs for managers and allocators. Let's stop regulating by enforcement, where the SEC was looking for foot faults at companies to bring claims. Second, let's embrace alternative asset managers as a key market participant that drives economic growth. All of you in this room are important sources of capital and financing for businesses around the world. As the industry has grown, so too has the interest in investing in alternatives. Over the next couple of years, you'll see a very important conversation in Washington about the retailization of alternatives, and MFA will be an important voice in that conversation. So despite these regulatory headwinds over the past few years, our industry is positioned for continued growth. We are an incredibly creative and dynamic industry, constantly coming up with new structures and strategies to generate returns for our allocators. And MFA is committed to being your partner and fostering that continued growth. As you look at this past year, overall AUM in the industry grew by about $1 trillion to a total of $18 trillion across the alternative sector. We saw nearly 4,000 new fund launches, a 17% increase year over year. So our mission is to continue to help all of you grow your businesses, continue to thrive the way you have. At MFA, we are best able to protect and promote the industry when we have an active, engaged, and thriving membership that is aligned and works together. So as Ron said, over the coming days, I look forward to meeting many of you and talking about MFA and how we could potentially partner to support your continued growth. I thank all of you for being here today. We know you have a lot of demands on your time and resources, and certainly appreciate your presence with us. I also want to thank the MFA members for their continued support and engagement over the past several years. We are excited to move ahead and represent this thriving and important industry before governments and make sure you all can continue to do your jobs. We have an awesome day of programming for you today and 2 fantastic days of networking ahead of us. So let's go ahead and get started.